Good evening. I am Sir Carl Starling, renowned naturist, and I'm here this evening to exhibit for you... What? Say what? Are you sure? Absolutely sure. There, Daniel, is that better? Good. Terribly sorry about that. Apparently I'm a renowned naturalist. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm here this evening to exhibit for you the findings from my latest jaunt into the heart of deepest, darkest South America. We set off in the spring of 1854 with a good strong wind behind us. Our ship was the HMS Basset, and I came as companion to Captain Fitzroy, who had a good strong wind behind him, which was very handy on calm days. Our journey took us across the Atlantic, through the many islands of the Caribbean, and down to South America itself. The first island we encountered was not on our charts, so naturally I claimed it for England, in the name of our dear Queen, then in the name of my wife, and finally in the name of Mrs. Ethel Scroggs. Eventually we settled on Jim. Exploring Jim was an enlightening experience, and I personally encountered many species unknown to science. This bird I named the doe-doe-doe, or doe cubed, which is how we ate it. And this bird here, for example, is a shoo-in for Rhea of the Year. From the natives we heard tales of a great ape inhabiting a nearby island, a monstrous beast feared and worshipped by the locals. Of course, as an Englishman, I feared no peril and went in search of the brute. 3 days later, we landed on an island where no British eye had ever set foot. I led an expedition personally into the heart of the jungle, but as I suspected, saw no sign of the beast. Naturally, I assumed the locals were talking absolute shit. From there, I moved on to the mainland, South America at last. Of course, that region had already been claimed by the Spanish. So I did the reasonable thing and claimed Spain for England. Now that I was on native British soil, I moved inland, determined to bring the benefits of empire to the filthy heathens. It wasn't long before we found a native village, and I set up a camp outside. Being a naturalist and ethnographer, the local customs and beliefs were of great interest to me. One of the strangest was the marrying of the chief's daughter to a banana on her 18th birthday. This perversity had to be stopped, and so I intervened and tried to teach them how to act like civilised Englishmen. This unfortunately rather backfired, and now they worship me like a god. I must apologise at this point for wearing a top hat rather than my usual helmet, but the smiling happy natives took the pith. This all became rather embarrassing on return to England. Several of the tribal elders followed me home and insisted on chaperoning me at all times. Their chant of "Uzi Finky Is" completely drowned out my lecture tour, and the building of a life-size statue of me in Trafalgar Square, entirely out of dead pigeons, drew complaints, especially from the pigeons. The only way I could satisfy them and get rid of them was allowing them to set up camp on my country estate. They have erected a temple to me and have started converting a number of the inhabitants from the local village of Littlehampton. This includes a number of my household staff, and while this has increased their loyalty to me, being referred to by the housemaid as big man him live upstairs is rather distressing. I'm afraid I must end my talk here, as I have an appointment in an hour with my friend, the Archbishop of Canterbury, and this is going to be difficult to explain. Thank you, and good night.